This is the new Honda 1000R 4-seater side-by-side. Or more technically, it was new about 2 years ago. We're just getting around to reviewing it. In this video, we're going to check out all the features and then hit the trails right here at our Peninsula Proving Grounds. That's coming up right now on Driving Sports TV. This episode of Driving Sports TV is brought to you by Onyx Off-Road. Click the link below to save 20% off your new membership using the code DSTV. If you enjoy hitting the trails on the weekend with your friends and family, and you're pretty much tired of banging up your daily driver, well, maybe it's time to consider a new side-by-side. This is, of course, the Honda Talon 1000R 4-seater side-by-side with Fox Live Valve technology. It's designed to be fast, fun, and it is loaded with everything you need to hit the trail. The engine here is a liquid-cooled 999cc inline twin that produces a peak 104 horsepower. This is connected to a 6-speed dual-clutch transmission with both high and low gears, selectable shift modes, and Honda's i4 four-wheel drive system. The shocks are 2.5-inch Fox Live Valve units with 20.1 inches of travel. These adjust damping on the fly, plus you can adjust them to your preference with both a sport and normal mode. Brakes are hydraulic with 250mm discs on all corners. Ground clearance is 13.2 inches. In the back here, you get a small bed with tie down so you can bring cargo with you, but do note the maximum weight capacity is 299 pounds. Not 300, 299. Inside the cab, you get paddle shifters, drive modes, and it even has a hill hold assist. The Talon 1000R-4 starts at about $26,000 US. The model we have here does have some extra options, and that is kind of a fun thing about shopping for side-by-sides is you can absolutely rig these things out with anything that you want or need. But you gotta watch the price because it can escalate very quickly. Compared with the much more expensive Polaris RZR Pro R that we tested a few months ago, woohoo! This Talon is significantly smaller. It has a wheelbase of 118 inches and an overall length of 152.5 inches. The width here is 68.1 inches. The Polaris was more than a foot longer and 5 inches wider. That is actually quite significant. I could barely fit that Polaris on my 17-foot trailer. This one fits no problem. Okay, now that we got all the features taken care of, it's time to take this for a ride. Now we, of course, are here at our Peninsula Proving Grounds where we have a number of built trails that'll really help us put this to the test. Okay, do this. This is actually to prevent my hands from going out if we happen to roll over, so that's kind of important. Now, this thing doesn't have a lot of horsepower, but if you think about it, it's actually a pretty small light vehicle. You're looking at 1,800 pounds and change. So with a driver, that's like 2,000 pounds. 100 horsepower is going to go a long way. Now, obviously that Polaris that we filmed a few months ago, that is a much more expensive, much quicker vehicle. And that's okay. That one had about 220, 230 horsepower. But this is smaller, potentially more nimble, and it's actually a very, very different vehicle because like the Polarises, they have CVTs. This has a dual clutch. Now, one thing that we've learned from dual clutch transmissions on crossovers is that they can actually overheat. This is, of course, designed specifically for off-road applications, however, so I don't think we're gonna have that problem. Now, I can switch over here between 2 and 4-wheel drive. We're going to go ahead and just keep it in 4-wheel drive for right now. And then my suspension, I can also set for sport or normal. I'm going to start with normal, and we're going to see how that goes. I got a little indicator up here, which is kind of nice. 4-wheel drive there. Now the transmission, I can also have an option here. I can go with automatic or manual. If I'm manual, then I'm flipping gears through this. Just select that there, and then I can pick through the different gears. And then the transmission has both high and low range. We're going to go ahead and start with high, rip around, get used to this thing, and then we're going to put it through some specific challenges. Punch it. Woohoo! Okay. Now, like a lot of these type of vehicles, they are very loud. You know, it's exposed motor, it's right there. This one, it's loud, but it's not horrible. So the live valve technology is actually really good in these type of vehicles. I'm going to go ahead and switch it to sport, and that's actually going to make the damping very different. It's going to be a lot firmer of a riding experience, so you're actually going to have less roll with the vehicle as well. So let's go ahead and try the manual shifters and see how those work. Just going to hit the button there, so I'm in manual mode. Now let's see. 2, 3. Oh, that's cool. That's fast. Wow. Woo! And the paddles are very big, which makes it really easy to find them, even when everything is, you know, running at 11. Now, one thing that I said in my Polaris video was I was a little afraid with having that much horsepower in such a light vehicle. This one, it just feels a little bit more manageable, you know? It's not so much horsepower that you are fearing for your life. And that's nice, because you totally can make bad mistakes with these things. Okay, so that pass was with the suspension in sport mode. And it really felt, I could feel the ground a little bit better. I had less roll with the body. Overall, it's just a great riding experience. Let's do this again. Maybe a little quicker this time. Actually, I'm gonna go and put the suspension into, I can't see the button down there, it's kind of annoying. Let's put the suspension into normal. There we go. And rip it. So the turning radius on this is actually pretty good. Even though I'm in 4-wheel drive, this power steering makes it very easy. It kind of almost turns on a dime. Whoa. Okay, that's fun. Switching between the two different suspension settings, I think I prefer sport in general. I feel like it has just that less of that roll in the body on this type of condition. I think just feels a little bit more stable. Also, it could just be because I'm not used to this yet. Whoa. Nice. Okay, well, now that we've kind of gotten a little more used to it, let's go ahead and try some trickier terrain. We're going to start with, let's do some rock climbing stuff. So here's where we can test out the rock crawling abilities of this rig. So this is our little rock garden. I'm going to go ahead and put that down into low range. And then let's see how slow we can crawl with this thing. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's nice. Up and over. Should be no problem for this thing. Okay, there we go. Easy. Let's go ahead and switch it, stop it, put it into high, and away we go. So this also has a hill holder feature, which is going to be handy if you're climbing up a really tricky steep surface and you just need to not roll back, where's that feature? It is right there. Turn it on. So I'm in high mode right now. So we go up here, put the brakes on, I hit hill holder, and there we go. It's holding it in place for about 2 seconds. Like, whoa, okay, let's hold on here. There we go, and then I can take my foot and slowly proceed up. Nice. So personally, I would like that hill holder to be a little bit more, I don't know, smarter. It seems like it's, you know, if you're gonna hit a button there, why don't you just hit the gas pedal there? I kind of like it so that when I came up and I just took my foot off the gas, it would always hold me. Doesn't seem to want to do that though. So I don't quite get the benefit of that. Oh well, maybe you can post in the comments below why you think that's a very useful tool or not. Okay, we're just compression braking down. And now we're gonna head over to our mogul course, going the hard way. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. So continuing on in low range, we're gonna go through our mogul course. This is naturally a big challenge for crossovers, but this vehicle has, you can see the articulation right there. How high can we go up on this sand slide bank? Pretty high. Tipping is always a concern with the side-by-side, so I'm not gonna go too extreme there. And out and over. Nice. So this is a trail we built to mimic logging roads here in the Pacific Northwest. This one, of course, is all messed up because we make bad roads here. That's just what we do. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and put this into low range because I'm gonna wanna kind of crawl through this very slowly and carefully. And yeah, see if we don't tip too much in the process. I'm just going to ease in and over. Now these actually have really good visibility all around, although with this thing in the way, it actually makes it a little difficult to see where my wheels are. Listen for grinding. That articulation though on these things, so good. We got like 20 inches of stroke on these shocks, which is pretty amazing. Like no street car can do that. And then here we have normally a teeter-totter. Let's see how this deals with it. Oh yeah, a little struggle there. Frankly, I'm not sure how good these tires are. They don't seem very good. Turning radius is good enough to get us around though. Nice. Okay, let's climb out. Okay, then for this part, I'm gonna actually go into low range because I wanna have a little bit more crawling action out of this. I'm also gonna take the transmission out of sport mode. And the suspension's currently in normal. See how we do with this. This is a very tippy, climby portion of the course. There we go, wheel up. Oh, out we go. Okay, got through that no problem, of course. Now we have the 23, I think, degree descent, which we'll just use some compression braking on this. Down we go. Nice. I think that was a fun first little test with this Talon. Honda's letting us keep this for a few months, so we are going to do more with it. You'll see it appear in other videos on the show. And you know, overall, I have to say this is a really fun little vehicle. But is it worth buying a vehicle like this? Well, let's wrap this up and talk about it. While there are, of course, many side-by-sides that are designed for work, which, you know, you basically buy if you have a ranch or a resort or something like that, or even just have to maintain a lot of property, this one is more designed for fun. And that's okay. Never feel bad about buying something just for fun. If you do find yourself regularly going out into the mountains or going to, you know, off-road trails or even an off-road park, something like this could ultimately actually save you money, believe it or not, compared to driving your daily driver. One little incident and you have a massive bill and you're out of car at the same time. With this, you can just tow it to the location, ride it all day with an extremely capable setup, and then just put it on the trailer and then bring it home. So if you are considering something like this, I think the Honda Talon actually is a really good choice. It's really fun, it has a lot of nice features, and if you control yourself with the options, it actually isn't a bad price. Is it for you in this economy? Who knows? I can't answer that question. You got to answer that for yourself. For Driving Sports TV, I'm Ryan Douthit. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share videos. We make them for you. I hope you enjoy them. And we'll see you again right here on the next one.